Hi again, welcome back. We're on chapter 18. Wishful thinking that it was 19. I'd be that much closer to the end, but here we are. Apologies in advance, my voice might not be as great as it usually is. If it's ever great, I don't know, you be the judge of that. So Washington State is having crazy wildfires this summer, as well as British Columbia. Canada is also having crazy wildfires, which is not at all what's supposed to happen. We live in a rainforest. We're not supposed to have fucking wildfires all summer, but you know, global warming's a thing, so that's what's been happening. It's been smoggy as fuck. Like, literally, it looks like it is foggy outside, even though it's supposed to be like a sunny, clear day. Shit sucks. My lungs are angry about it, so if I'm like coughing or I sound like shit at any point, that's why. Yay, the world is ending. Alright, let's do this. Chapter 18. Where are we? Where were they? They were going somewhere. We don't know where. Yes, so they talked to Christian's therapist, and that was fun. And now Christian is directing Anna to drive somewhere, and we don't know where. Oh my god, my voice is dying, you guys. I'm sorry. Chapter 18, let's do this. Let's find out what the surprise is. We head up a tree-lined lane just wide enough for 2 cars. On one side, the trees ring a densely wooded area. I'm trying to wrap my head around that one. So there are trees around more trees. What? She's describing the sunset over Puget Sound. Vermilion hues bleed into the cerulean sky with opals and aquamarines, and meld with the darker purples of the scant wispy clouds in the land beyond the sound. It's nature's best, a visual symphony orchestrated in the sky and reflected in the deep, still waters of the sound. It's just too much. Oh my God, that first sentence especially, I mean, it just seems like she was sitting there with the thesaurus open, just trying to find the most syllables that she could possibly use for each of the color words. And like, I get trying to be creative with your writing, I get being verbose, I'm like that with my writing sometimes too, but it just, that's why there's an editing process. You come back and you pare things down, and when it starts to sound this fucking pretentious, you scale it back. The other thing that really bothers me about this book is there's no, like, the sense of voice is so inconsistent, because literally 2 paragraphs before that whole big long like thing, she's describing a room in this house that they're walking through, and she ends on, oh, and there are 4 crystal chandeliers, like, as part of that description. And it's just like, just the levels of vocabulary and the difference in voice, it's maddening. It's like, either you have a really casual voice and you have a really casual writing style, as if it is this one person's like casual, more vernacular inner monologue, or you do the sweeping, endlessly long descriptions of these beautiful sights or whatever, you know, it's one or the other. You can't have both coexisting peacefully in the same character's narrative, and I don't understand why the editor didn't catch that, because it's so like okay, so it turns out the surprise that Christian had for Anna is he drove her to this like gigantic mansion on the coast, like overlooking the sound, and he's like, let's buy this property, demolish this house, build a new one especially for us, and live there. Let me remind you, they've been dating for a month. You guys, no! Slow the fuck down. Jesus Christ. 1 month! You cannot possibly know after a month whether you're gonna be happy with someone for the rest of your fucking life. Holy shit! Okay, so I have a very, very personal reason not to like Anna even more. She just described horses as 4-legged fiends of Satan. Excuse you, horses are fucking majestic animals and I love them. The Mile High Club, Jesus Christ. Christian apparently owns a few nightclubs, 'cause I mean, why not? One of them is on the 76th floor of Columbia Tower, so naturally it's called the Mile High Club. I mean, I like bad puns, but good God. Then again, if that club actually did exist in Seattle, I definitely want to go to it. I hadn't expected the evening to take this unexpected course. Was there even an editor? Is the editor credit just like made up? Also, okay, so they're at this club, they're celebrating, Christian's like, go take your panties off, so she goes to the bathroom and she does it, and it's kind of getting her all excited, and she's like, why is this affecting me so much? Honey, hi, welcome to being submissive. That's what happens. You take orders, and it's hot, and it's fun, and that's your life, like. My inner goddess is draped in a pink feather boa and diamonds, strutting her stuff in fuck me shoes. Fuck me shoes. Why the fuck am I reading this? So she like goes back to the table and they're like eating whatever, and Christian's like making this whole big show of making sure that he doesn't touch Anna at all. And it's so obvious that he's just like teasing her and whatever, and she asks him about it. She's like, why aren't you touching me? Like, you're not gonna touch me all night, are you? And he's like, no. And she's like shocked, and I don't know, I just keep forgetting that like she has no fucking clue. I'm like, honey, this is how you submissive, like this is a thing that happens, and it's fun. And it's great. And this is the end of the second of 3 books about her being a submissive, and she doesn't understand any of it. She hasn't learned anything over the course of almost 2 books. What the fuck? Why am I wasting my time with this? Meh. Okay, fine. I'll keep going. Oh, and the other thing is, like, she's getting all grumpy about it because they never discussed whether or not she likes to be teased. There was never any negotiation or consent of this, as usual, because there's never any fucking negotiation or consent of anything in this series. So, you know. Oh my god. So she's, like, trying to be all seductive and, like, turn the tables on him or whatever, and he's totally not falling for it, and she's like, oh no, I'm losing this battle of wills. It's not supposed to be a battle of wills. You're supposed to be enjoying the tease. And it's frustrating to me because, like, I fucking love being teased, and under different circumstances, a scene like this could be really hot to me, but the entire way that Anna is being characterized and reacting to this is just totally fucking ruining it for me. I mean, not to mention that it's really poorly written, but, like, alright, so they're in the elevator back down from the club. Christian has led Anna back to like one of the back corners of the elevator, and he's like basically fingering her in this elevator as other people get on. Here's why I have a problem with that. Yes, exhibitionism, sex in public, that's a thing, that's a kink, it's fun, it's great, whatever, that's not my problem here. My problem indulging in any of those kinds of kinks in a public setting is the other people in this elevator have not consented to being part of this sexual activity that is happening right behind them. I understand it's like the thrill of not getting caught, whatever, but do that shit in public spaces where it's appropriate, where there's an understanding that this kind of stuff is gonna happen. Like, if this was a sex club, it would be totally different, because you know, you go to a sex club, you kind of consent to have sexual activity going on around you. These people in this elevator did not consent. Okay, I straight up don't understand this. So they get out of the elevator and they're heading back to the car, and Christian's like teasing that he might not be able to make it home and they might just fuck in the car. And she comments that she's never had sex in a car before, and he like gets mad at her, and he's like, I'd have to say I'd be very surprised, not to say mad, if you had. And he's like genuinely annoyed, and she's like trying to backtrack. She's like, that's not what I meant. And it turns into this whole, like, I don't know, I'm so confused. Like, I legitimately don't understand what's supposed to be implied here. What is going on? You guys, I don't get it. You know what? Do I care? No. Oh, to hear him laugh. I love it because it's so rare, and yet I feel like you make that exact statement every few pages. So they're waiting for the elevator up to his apartment. So, what happened to instant gratification? I murmur while we wait. It's not appropriate in every situation, Anastasia. Since when? Since this evening. Why are you torturing me so? Tit for tat, Miss Steele. Fucking talks like that. How am I torturing you? I think you know. I gaze up at him and his expression is difficult to read. He wants my answer. That's it. So, like, he's teasing her all night to get back at her for not answering his marriage proposal right away. I'm out of words, y'all. I have no words left. I just can't anymore. Oh my god. Okay, so they go home, they fuck a lot. Afterward, they're in Christian's bed and they're like being all cuddly and lovey-dovey and whatever. Basically, Anna makes some comment about like, oh, I love you, you're so special to me, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know, she says something nice to him. And he kind of immediately shuts down and is like, it's late, go to sleep. She's like, oh, he doesn't like compliments because, you know, he has his self-esteem issues and whatever. And she's like, but it's true, he is special. Why doesn't he realize this? I feel like this is gonna be my first like big long tangent rant of the video. It took me a while, but here we go. Advice for anyone who's dating anyone with any kind of like self-esteem issues. I'm gonna speak about it from the perspective of depression and anxiety because that's me. You loving them is not going to fix them. It's not going to magically overnight heal their self-esteem and make them realize how amazing and special they really are and make them go back to normal. That's not how this works. You can compliment them all day long, and I promise it helps. Anxious beings like me love validation. We love reminders that we are loved and appreciated and whatever, and that we're actually not as bad as the voices in our heads say we are. It helps. Don't stop doing that. It'll penetrate into our psyche eventually, little by little. It will. It's not gonna happen all at once. Just because someone loves us, just because someone compliments us, sees something noteworthy in us, doesn't mean that we are right away going to see it in ourselves. I'm getting emotional. I'm sorry, you guys. Your romance and your love is not going to fix us, so don't expect that to happen. Don't get annoyed when you say something good about us and we don't see it. That's not how this works. It's a lifelong process. It's a lifelong battle against really, really deeply ingrained thought processes and emotions, and in some cases, chemical imbalances in our brains that are really not going to be fixed by dating someone. So yeah, basically be patient with us. Understand that we do appreciate you trying to help us see how amazing and special we are, but some days we just can't. Not your fault, it's not our fault, it's just the way things are, and it's possibly the way things are going to continue to be throughout the entire length of our relationship. If that is going to be a source of frustration, then you really need to assess that, and possibly you need to assess if this is going to be the right relationship for you. So, oh, cool. So she's like looking for something for a birthday present for Christian, so she's like rummaging through his dresser drawers, and she finds this big black cardboard box in the bottom drawer, buried under some old tatty jeans, and she's about to look in it and invade his privacy big time. Great, well done, good going, this is gonna end well. I take it out and shake it. What if there's something delicate in there? Jesus Christ, dude. You guys, just because you're in a relationship, like, don't go sneaking through each other's private shit. That's not, I mean, okay, I understand Christian has already done this to her in a much bigger way than she could ever possibly do to him, but still, like, you guys, like, it's another form of a consent violation. This is not healthy relationship behavior to me. Oh my God. You guys, it's a gigantic box of photos of Christian's past subs in his playroom. Oh my God. I don't even know how to react to this. I don't even know what to say to this. I'm just so amused and shocked, and this is so weird. What the fuck? Oh my God. Good God, I'm just like, I can't fucking believe this. This is nuts. He fucking keeps a giant box of photos of all his exes. Do they know about this? Did they consent to this? Do they know he still has all this shit? Also, she decides not to tell him, for now, that she found the photos, which on the one hand is probably a good idea in the sense of he's gonna get really fucking pissed about it when he does find out. But also, it's like, clearly she is upset about this. Like, I would kind of be uncomfortable too if I found a bunch of sexy photos of my boyfriend's exes. It would be on my mind, and clearly it's gonna be on her mind, and it's gonna get in between them, and it's just gonna turn into this whole huge thing. And this is the plot of every single romantic story ever. Like, every fucking TV show with a romantic subplot, there's always something that one of them has on their minds and they don't tell the other person, and it turns into this whole huge thing. And it's communication, you guys. I know I've said this like a bazillion times, but like, confront him about it. Like, yes, he's gonna be angry, yes, it's gonna turn into a fight, but like, it's just gonna drive a wedge between you. I know it. I just fucking know it. I've been exposed to enough media with interpersonal drama. I just know this is gonna turn into a thing. Okay, I've gotta Google a word. I've never seen it before. So she's making this comment about their like marathon sex session last night, and she uses the word preopic. I have no idea if I'm saying that right or not because I've never seen this word before, but a quick Google search shows that preopism is a condition, this is off the Wikipedia page by the way, is a condition in which a penis remains erect for hours in the absence of stimulation or after stimulation has ended. So basically this is what Viagra commercials are warning you about. It's caused by sickle cell disease, SSRIs, blood thinners, cocaine. So basically it's a medical condition that like you kind of want to get treatment for. And first of all, she's using it to describe the fact that her boyfriend has sexual stamina, which is hilariously bad. Second of all, she's like, I wonder idly what the female equivalent might be. The word you're looking for is multi-orgasmic, or just like stamina. Fucking A. Okay. Okay, so she like implies that she's like working on a surprise for him for his birthday, and he emails back, I hate it when you keep things from me, and then she sends him one more message and then he doesn't reply like all day. So she emails him again, and then she calls him and gets his voicemail, and then she briefly considers calling his assistant, but she's like, she decides that's a step too far, which, I mean, yes, good, like, give him space, but also, like, Christian would do that if your situations were reversed. Like, he would be all the fuck over everyone in her life trying to get her to reply. So I don't know if anyone remembers Anna's best friend, Kate. I certainly forgot about her for a while. She's been off on vacation or some damn thing. I don't know. She's been gone for a while, but, she just got back, and so Anna's out with Jose right now, and she invited Kate to join them, so she's here, yay! And Kate's first comment is, you've lost weight, a lot of weight, which is significant. Not that Christian's like starving Anna or anything, or like not letting her eat, but just the fact that that's happened, like physical changes like that reflect things are going on mentally or emotionally, so that's just important to me. That's significant. That indicates that all is not well. Oh, by the way, Ethan's there too, and I guess Jose and Ethan hadn't really met before, or like they just met once really briefly, and Ethan like hugs Anna, and Jose is sitting there like glaring at him now, and is like, all these boys around Anna being jealous of each other constantly. It's so dumb. None of this matters because she has a boyfriend, so like, Jose, you already lost your shot. She chose someone else. Like, you have no reason to be jealous of these other guys anymore. Like, get over it. Oh shit, you guys. Apparently, Christian went to Portland in his helicopter. Now his helicopter's gone missing. Anna can't get in touch with him. Yeah, fun times. That's where we're ending the chapter. Cool, so that's chapter 18. We made it through. Some major shit happened. It's gonna go down in the next chapter. God, honestly, I'm so ready for actual plot stuff to be happening and it not just being an endless parade of bickering and or them both being really bad at kink. I was getting kind of burned out on that, if you guys couldn't tell. So maybe I'll have some different stuff to talk about next chapter. I don't know. And we're almost done with this book. Look at this, you guys. We only have like a couple chapters left, and I think some of them are really short. So cool. I'm happy about that. I'm ready for a little bit of break. Yeah. Thanks for joining me for another chapter. Until next time, enjoy the last few weeks of summer. By the time I post this, it'll be close to September, if not September already. So enjoy what sunshine you have left, unless you're in, I don't know, Southern California, where it's just never not sunny. But you know, if you're in a place with actual weather and actual seasons, enjoy what sun you have left. And prepare for Halloween. Yeah, oh my god, Halloween's in a couple months. Yes, I have no idea what my costume's gonna be. I'll figure it out. I don't know if should I make something? Would that be way too much work? I don't know. I gotta start thinking about this. Peace.